once again, right, let's take a look at what these comps do. NIP team fight exceptionally well. They've got the front line there with the Poppy. They've also got really solid engage. Bard plus Wukong as a duo is going to be lethal, and I fear for Shanks in this game.
For Leave to deal with, but teleport on Smolder. We'll have to revisit that point here as Aki does snuff out Tarzan trying to hover this bottom lane. Volibear, like we talked about, though, so much more damage in this early phase. Aki has to eat a heal coming from his support as Kyle tries to look for a knockup, but the double stun does come through for PP God. Kyle going to throw down the hook. Plasma stacks on top of Leave. Does the Volibear get the big shield in time? Yes, that's first blood. Leave goes down. AO claimed the first big kill, but now it's flashes galore. Hope trying to create distance. Aki one auto away, goes back in, finds 2 kills next to PP God, who's gonna get it all done on his own. Bard gameplay, baby. Feats of warfare for ninjas in pajamas. Leave and Shakes are the 2 big scalers, so handshaking a farm lane would have been really intriguing, but Doinby's looking for blood here with the Between Worlds. Hope, remember Summoner list, but the hook comes through onto PP God. From the hero of the last fight to the victim of the next, courtesy of Kyle.
Portrait, but even still, Shanks probably about at first evolution already with that 62 CS. As long as you've got like a couple of cannon minions in there, you've reached E-Evolve, and that's when you start to feel really happy as Victor. You can just clear waves for free.
More and more I think about it, Flandre's just going to get to that classic Kona Gasante where you're just too tanky to deal with. KL and Hope can be 1 hook away from a kill at any point, but what a double stun for PP God. Unfortunately for him, Tarzan flies out from off screen to make sure that even with his heroic Bard play, he does fall. PP God down. Doiby committing the Between Worlds does force Tarzan to Stormbringer out, but he turns the head on to Aki. Does have the Trickster, which unfortunately for Kyle was the one that he ends up hooking. Shanks going in now next. We're just stopping ultimate after ultimate, but not finding any success, just lower and lower health bars. Flandre now looking for 1v1 against Shanji that he's been building up for all this early game.
He stole away one of the grubs to begin with. They're going to look to take the other 2 as well. So 6 grubs coming through for NIP, the most likely outcome of this position. Not without AL looking to find their own response though, attempting to find the Drake down on that bot side. So it's a bit of a classic here, 2 Drakes for 6 grubs. One of those classic trades that you are used to seeing as Shanks. I mean, just getting bullied away from that top tier 1 turret. A teleport in from Flandre as well.
They're both chasing the Monster Slayer stacks really heavily. They're going to go 2 for 2. NIP obviously have the Feats of Warfare in their hand thanks to the aforementioned PP God. So this next Rift Herald is the big fight to look for, and item-wise, favor AL a bit here with the fact that Kai'Sa's a bit more accelerated for Hope. Sundered Sky is done for Tarzan versus Herald to make sure they don't give feats of monster slaying, but that's going to give Doinby first turret, so they're going to get the Herald, but they're still going to give away those boot upgrades. There's no way to match.
And I think that's honestly a fine trade for AL to take. Yeah. I mean, the power of feats is something that has been, it's going to try and poke through, it's going to try and skirmish. And this time round, overarching theme is that they both do the same sort of thing. Hook goes wide, and that's the cue to engage.
Tempered Fate goes wide, though, for PP God, so their heal puts down. He flashes out to safety in the wind of the arcane ultimate from the Victor. Flandre gonna force another flash out of Doinby over the wall. Kyle lands a hook, but it's onto the Wukong. Melee pops the Cyclone, goes for Shakes of all people. This Victor is cornered. Down he goes. There's an all-out on the backside from Flandre. He's gonna trade PP God. Killer Instinct back across for Hope. And he's starting to cook here. Flashing forward, gets more plasma stacks down, and wipes the fight. AO bide their time and get themselves a key spot in a do-or-die game 3.
A double for Flandre, a double for Hope, and the Kai'Sa comes up huge. Those 2 items pay dividends in the team fight. Drake will be secured. Herald goes down. Tier 1 on the menu as well. And just like that, Slayer, it was so close, so tense, so almost impossible to separate these 2 teams. But one team fight does the job, and Hope takes 2 turrets in the mid lane.
Oh, yeah. 2 knocked down. Dragon as well. That's sole point for anyone's legend.
W evolve. So with this plus amp tone from Ginsu's, this actually gives W evolve before you have Nash's 2.
Big evolves. You got Shakes evolving up on his side of the kit. Hope as well. Gonna be the power play damage dealers. Just always gonna lean on that Kyle hook though.
TP actually coming. Shanji's behind them.
Shanji looking for the big keeper's verdict to try and give NIP a man advantage. They're going to slam on top of Flandre, lock him up. Tempered Fate onto 3. Shanji survives. Redemption does not get the heals. Between Worlds down, but where's the rest of the damage? Where's the big kaboom from NIP? They commit all these ultimates to just back off once again.
Those are massive team fight tools down for NIP. Only the Cyclone still ready for Aki. And now if they try to take this fight around the Atacon, they don't have the tools to do it. Dragon, this is Soul, by the way.
This is Soul, yeah.
For AL.
Exactly. They're just pulling NIP apart by the seams. They have to deal with so many big issues. They can't give Soul, but they can't fight without the ultimates. There's the Cyclone. They do Keeper's Verdict out. Shakes as well, but Hope just gets to kite back and turn this fight on its head. Killer Instinct, the namesake of the Kaisa ultimate, showing true in not only practicality, but themes as well. AL have awoken, and what a beast they've turned into. Ace, Soul, everything to anyone's legend.
Yet, and AL are awoken.
This is the back-breaking game here. 1-1. Kaisa, like, lack of damage for the diving when you're just this far ahead. It just doesn't matter. And IP are gonna have to start getting desperate. Was that hooked through the Tempered Fate, Gaio? Maybe showed off some new Blitzcrank tech. The portal not gonna save Shanji. Keeper's Verdict down is gonna send Flandre sky high, and Kaio's far too deep. So one pick over to NIP here with the arcane-powered ultimate. Looking to find a target, but it's NIP that do come away with the man advantage, and Atacon's still here.
Yeah, okay, it's really tricky to try and do this in the face of the poke. This Kaisa you can see taking Shanji low, the lasers, the Ocean Soul, the Tarzan flank.
Here it comes. Shanji looking to be the engager. NIP grouping up shoulder to shoulder, looking for the turn. Flandre's far too low again. Is another opening for NIP. Found by Doiby. They find the root as well. It's Hope knocked down. Chaos thrown to the wind along with Caution. AL had everything. They had Baron. They had Ocean Soul. But NIP will not relent out of nowhere. They found themselves 4 kills at the most critical juncture.
Poke is temporary, but stacks are forever as Lead is executing AL in these team fights. They just absorb so much pressure in that team fight. They've secured the Atacon now, and that was against an Ocean Soul.
Maybe the dive from AL onto Shanji being the only other one. But now they've just opened up the floodgates here and allowed NIP to gain back confidence, and they're just mowing through them one at a time. They're just forcing 1v1 after 1v1. Kyle falls again. How much more can NIP push for with the Atacon revive?
Nice and healthy. The fake death still live for another minute, and AL want more.
Why not? Take more turrets. You get a revive if you drop, so just start dropping AL members like flies. Down goes Flandre. Here's a revive through Cyclone up here for Aki. Doesn't matter if he drops. He's got himself another revive. Tarzan's flash ulting to find more of these revives, but Leave with his own execute is turning heads. Tarzan knocked down. They do send Leave back to the fountain, but NIP have already claimed more and more kills, more turrets, and it's a kill on the Hope again. Shanji, caution to the wind once more. Finds clutch kills and levels this game. NIP are back in front. Starting it up, they've got the pit on Darkness. It's AL that has to walk in.
They knocked out Tarzan.
Send out Tarzan, so just turn and burn down the Elder. AL, they're gonna have to run away. The Greybeard Dragon's buff is given over for NIP, and now they're looking to hunt here. PB God flashing out of the Gravity Well. They're trying to slow up Shanks, who does flash away from Tempered Fate, but there is the knock up into the wall. Flandre has to burn another clutch flash. Summoner after summoner dropping for anyone's legend.
5 members back out, and now attention again back to the Baron.
Baron under about half HP when it's spotted out by AL. They're gonna have to fly in. It's gonna have to be a hero from Tarzan, potentially your MVP, as he gets Brunson going into the pit, and it's a secured Baron by Leave of all people. And now NIP can fly high, looking for the X Factor in this game. Shanks thrown to the wall. He goes down first. The rest of AL scattered to the wayside. Baron and Elder both in the hands of NIP as they look to steal this game 3.
NIP have to go now. They don't have time for a reset. The Elder wears off in a minute, and their mid laner that they're playing against is dead. The wave clear is gone. NIP need to steam through the base.
NIP looks like they were looking from the outside in. They lost Ocean Soul, had no control over this game, and now they are a couple Nexus turrets away from being on match point. Who's going to step up to find the big final fight? Mom breaks across first. Huge damage onto Hope from this Smolder, who's just way too big to deal with. This is Leave's game, and he's leaving with a win. Hope flies into the killer instinct, gets completely popped. There goes down the Kaisa. Complete pandemonium in game 3. AL throw away a win. NIP steal it and go on to match point.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.